Best of 3 time, baby! The Gas Lord is back! We have Division 1 Heroes Lounge, ladies and gentlemen. And we got Team Hasu against RossPierrDoll. Yeah, Division 1 action, and Hasu's team on the left side together with, well, not only Hasu and Johanna, so a little bit of a role swap already. And we have, of course, Nick on his alter ego Hans, on Thrall, Deathlight on Tirana, Dino on Gazlo, and X-Ray on Li Ming. And on the right side of the map, we have RossPierrDoll, the Polish team, if I'm not mistaken, with Tenwaclav on Cassia, Ether on Diva, Makotzel on Arthas, Cassia on Deckard Cain, and Bronek is playing Jimmy. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of a frame for this, obviously we have the blue team heading as a favorite into these games. This is Division 1, so this is a lot of amateur play in particular. And Hasu's team, there's a lot of guys, of course, that have been playing in the past as former professional players. Hasu and Nick would be the examples here. And even the rest that you can see in this lineup is quite strong and has a lot of competitive experience in tournaments after the HGC era. So a couple of really cool setups. Fountain gets taken down, even the new patch can't stop that, but Nick comes in to try and punish that. And Dino is also here, so Ether is gonna fall. Yeah. Was that worth it? Maybe, maybe not. Spray game is on point, I like that. But that's a dead Diva right here. New patch, of course, also increased the damage that towers and forts keeps due to heroes by another 10%. But we got a little bit of Gazlo action here, and Gazlo got severely buffed in the last patch. Previously, he of course was reworked, and then nobody picked the hero, and Blizzard said, alright, fuck it, we're gonna buff him out of the mind and see what we're gonna get with that. And that's one of the reasons why we're actually gonna look at this game today. We had some Gazlo action already on the channel, but we want to see a little bit more. In this case, we have Dino starting things up with the big game hunter right over here as the level 1 talent. We also got Thrall with the Trolling Thunder on his level 1 choice, a little bit of stacking for Cassia, and we got Arthas here with a Frost Presence, whereas Exterminator comes in for Jimmy. And, well, there's the main tanks down. Hasu dies, but so does Arthas. Interesting to note, by the way, is that even with Arthas, Jimmy decided to go into Exterminator. So one of the reasons why that's noteworthy is because these days you can definitely head back into Ace in the Hole. And if you have Arthas on the other side, obviously there's a quite neat setup for the extra procs on Jim Raynor. But there's a lot of camps on this map, and of course against other things like the objective, it's also kind of neat to have that tool available to you. But of course, right now, it's camp time. And Dino's already sitting all the way up at the top here. The important thing to note is that this is for especially these top players also a little bit of a playground where they can test a couple of things. Now, if there's a big new patch coming out, if there's a few heroes that you might want to give a shot, then you normally don't want to do that in a big tournament, and you don't really want to do it. Well, you can do it in Storm League, obviously, but Storm League doesn't really give you all the information that you need, since Storm League is a shit show in the first place, so it's not really an environment that's perfect for testing new stuff. You get a bit of a base idea, but that's it. But if you want to test it in a more competitive setup and there's good communication and coordination on both sides, then something like these Division 1 matches are actually fantastic for former professional players, because it gives them a bit of a playground where they can gather additional data. So there's definitely chances that we're going to see some crazy builds coming out of some of these guys at some point too, and I just want to make sure that everybody realizes that. Now, we got 2 kills against 1, a little bit of push at the top. And by the way, everything obviously that they are going to discover here can then make its way into one of the actual tournaments, where you could then see someone come out with a cool strategy or maybe some adjustments and talents on specific maps and so on and so forth. But either way, we got our level 1 now, the Rocket Socket. We got also Triumph Red as usual in on Li Ming. And, well, the double channel already for RossPierrDoll, so they're looking for the Dragon Knight. Won't be able to get it anytime soon, since Thrall has now rotated topside. But down here, Arthas has to be careful. And, well, good night, sweet prince. Arthas is down, and, well, that's that. Arthas dead, Calamity comes in on level 7. And we have, actually, stacks coming in. The Maelstrom weapon for Thrall right here. Definitely something that you usually don't see, because Ancestral Wrath is the normal go-to for pretty much most of the players that you will see play the hero out. So, yeah. It's just like Ancestral Wrath is a pretty insane talent just to begin with for self-sustain, and obviously you get a lot more out of it than that. But, well, let's have a little bit of a look up to the top side, because Thrall is already down, since he didn't have a lot of self-sustain here outside of his level 1 talent. That backfired quickly. And therefore, we have a quick kill against the former War Chief here. The counter kill, or the second kill, against Li Ming, just as D.Va at least loses the mech. But so far, so good. Bot side, there's still a bit of a battle happening with Dino. We got our Goblin, the Gas Lord, coming in and trying to piss off Cassia and Deckard Cain with great success, as it seems, by the way. Whereas at the top now, the battle continues as Aether's just saying, like, well, we got the 2 kills. We kind of want to have access to the shrine here too, because that Dragonite would be cool to have. Doesn't get it though, and now we have Thrall and Li Ming both back at this point. So with the level 7 talents, we also have the Goblin Fusion and the Moonlit Arrows in. But that's of course a pretty nice setup at the bottom, where they took the entire wall down as well. And they're looking for those Siege Giants again. So Dino's trying to help out a little bit, gets slowed down by Arthur's. But can they take him? Makotsu for a second was thinking so. He's the only one that moved in. And they still get the camp, and he's also alive, so that's a win-win right there. Top side, we got Nick taking over, so it's gonna be interesting to see how much Thrall can do. This is honestly a talent that even in an ARAM, where you have continuous 5 versus 5 brawls, is always a little bit weird. But it could be kind of neat to see how he continues with the build here. Definitely, as I said, going for a bit more of a different style here, and using that as a practice ground or some way to experiment. Nice dodge also by Dino over here with the Gladiator's Medallion coming in. D.Va is down. Arthur's is a little bit low. The top side kill leads now to a nice control for the blue team at the top lane. But down here at the bottom, the picture is obviously reversed, with RossPierrDoll taking a fair amount of control in the bot and mid lane. Sundering comes in, so they're going to look for those flanks. Oh, talking about flanks, there it is already. Nicely done. The setup with the Jolt on Johanna coming in with the Blessed Shield, and then they get the double kill here. And that might actually lead to the first Dragonite, but, well, there is Jimmy. It's also kind of cool to see Tyrande here again, so they're definitely looking for the stun follow-ups. We've seen Tyrande a couple of times in the recent past, and then most of the time it didn't really work out too well for the Tyrande team. She's still having a couple of problems here, I think that's fair to say, and is not really a top support right now. But of course it can get some pretty neat setups where it can be super annoying on a map like Dragonshire, thanks to the owl that you can send cross-map to interrupt the channel of the Dragonite. And on top of that, any kind of combo with stuns and her putting the Hunter's Mark on is always kind of neat. Middle of the map, still a bit of fighting going on. By now the blue team has taken 6 kills to 3. And Gazlo is just trying to take cams, but Dino gets caught over here as we have the big rotation coming in from RossPierrDoll. They weren't quite sure where exactly Gazlo was, but since there are not too many cams on the map at the time, they definitely figured this one out and now steal it away. So I guess our little goblin over here is going to be a bit pissed about that. We have our level 10 ability, by the way, with the micro missile in. As so often. And in addition to that, also the rushdown. We get the get on the point. We have 32 stacks now for Cassia. So she's getting there slowly. 17 for the level 7 talent on Thrall's side. And now the big boy push down at the bottom of the map with RossPierrDoll looking to take the fort down. And they should be able to get this one without problems. All the way up at the top, Hans, aka Nick, is going to be making his play against D.Va. Still playing, of course, around with the Trolling Thunder as the level 1 talent. For solo laner these days, it's actually pretty neat. It's kind of cool that Blizzard at least managed to get Thrall's level 1 to a point where you can take pretty much every talent. Well, Makotsu over here. Wow, he actually gets away. Didn't even use his ult, and he still gets out. Drops it towards the end to just sustain himself a little bit longer, but the fact that Arthur survives in the first place is kind of insane. Now, not too bad. Alright, top side, Thrall still sitting tight here. Level 13 talents are, of course, kicking in quite soon. And with Exterminator as the level 1 talent choice, Bronagon's Reina is now moving in to take another camp for the team. And here we have them, moving into the good to go. 13 talents for the red team. A little bit ahead in experience and nearly taking the fort down at the bottom of the map. That's a good start. But they weren't able to claim it completely. Okay, so D.Va fine, for now at least, that is. We have on level 13, as so often, Ancient Blessings. Standard talent here for our boy Illusionist for Li Ming. A little bit of a skirmish between Hasu and Makotsu over in the middle of the map. But off we go. 13, by the way, the debilitating rounds over here. So, yeah, bit of a different style. Double control, but there's Limming. Yep, taking over. At the bottom of the map. Still no Dragonite. Entire game, not a single Dragonite. 13 talents already. Oh, Khaldor coming in with the damage. And they're trying to go for the kill against Jimmy, but they can't. Hasu himself is also in a bit of trouble, but still has his trait ready and is able to escape. Death Knight also moving out. And here comes X-Ray, baby. Here come the resets. Gets the first one, gets the second one. Reset after reset, and they are crushing right now. Nicely done. Well played. Big kills coming in from Team Hasu over here. They're pushing through the middle, and X-Ray coming in from the bottom with a flank was definitely the nail in the coffin here. Doing tons and tons of work. Bottom of the map, that's where Dino is still pushing all of this out as he's trying to take the fort down. This should be the biggest opportunity in the game to get the Dragonite, and I think they're not going to hesitate to claim it. Seems like Cassia is trying to delay it, but there's just no way. Hasu is the one sitting in the middle and channeling it through. So with 10 kills to 3, they're looking good here, and they might get another kill. Gladiator's Medallion has to be used again as Cassia makes it out. We have Khaldor on 25,000 damage, number 3 on the team after Thrall and Limming. Camp taken, first of all. A little bit of an ass kicking for Arthas as he gets pushed back right away. Bottom fort, obviously, is a foregone conclusion. This one is gonna get murdered. And level 16 would be kind of neat for Team Hasu if they can get this during this push that might end up with the first keep of the game falling. Top side is where we see RossPierrDoll's Diva now sitting to push out the lane. They actually did well up to this point. Oh my god, they get Limming X-Ray! What the hell? He got murdered with this one. I was just about to say that up to this point RossPierrDoll was doing fine because they have 2 forts pretty much destroyed at the top and in the bot lane, but that kill helps them even further. If they can keep Cassia alive here, that would be fantastic, and it looks good so far. The defense is solid, and even without Diva they were able to hold this. Talking Diva, she's coming in from behind here, and it seems like she really wants that Cassia. Already the old on Jojo being used in more of a defensive play, trying to ensure that nobody gets close enough to Tyrande and kill her. But Tyrande is down. Tyrande eliminated, the quest completed also for Thrall. Is at 43 stacks now in total, has also specced into the 16 here, which means that we have the Tempest Fury at this point. A little bit more of an auto attack style for him, which is working quite nicely up to now. Yeah, on 16 for both teams, we got the Paint Them Red in. We also have the Roderick Staff. And I gotta say, RossPierrDoll, they're doing well. This is actually pretty cool. They got the fort at the top lane already. They're about to take the one in the middle. And there is nothing that can really stop them from rotating down to the bot lane and getting another fort eliminated. Well, unless they use... Why? Arthur's down. They get the fort, but they lose a hero. A 3 versus 5, and they lose Arthur's. The owl comes out. There's the kill against Jimmy. He's dying to the minions. Hasu misses the blessed shield. That's actually pretty lucky for RossPierrDoll. That could have been an absolute disaster. Can you imagine Hasu connecting that shield and then coming through with the Condemn and just locking all 3 of them in? That would have been a nightmare. Also, they came in with another quick hit on the Chain Lightning and nearly killed Diva here in the back. But the fort at the bot lane still stands. So, there we go. Top lane push is also still continuing. At the bottom of the map, here comes the quick move with Dino, Hasu and the boys for another camp. Now, of course, another 10 seconds and Jimmy is going to be back to business. But Tyrande is using her owl as she should the entire time to scout out what exactly is happening over here. Yeah, and for Tyrande we got on the level 1, we have the Ranger, and now we have also the Empower, and we got the Harsh Moonlight here. So a bit more of a spec into the owl. We have on 16 for Arthur's the Embrace at Death, by the way. So a couple of talents have definitely been adjusted for the game. And the big push at the bottom of the map right now with Dino already sneaking forward slowly. Yeah, the Gas is going for it. Went also into the Gravel Bomb. I'm always kind of sad to see Gravel Bomb. It's definitely the better talent, don't get me wrong. But there is just something about it when you have the Mecha Lord unleashed and then it comes in, giving them a clamps, baby. If you quick match and YOLO a little bit, just put the stim drone on him and he is going to murder. Top side, Thrall down, but the big push here at the bottom of the map, the kill against Cassia. That's a nice opportunity to take that keep, and there's just no stopping this one. Not with Siege Giants and a double camp being around here, plus catapults. That's just not happening. So we have the bottom keep down. Up at the top, there's a bit of a push coming in too on the side from RossPierrDoll, but still, the action is at the bottom of the map where we could see Jimmy fall. Bronick might be in trouble here. Makes it out barely, misses the penetrating round, still gets a heal from Deckard Cain. And so far, they're still holding the line. The problem is that Arthurs is in trouble, and he is dead as well. Arthur's down, easy kill against him once more. How many times did he actually die? Oh my god, the 6th death of Arthurs. 5 deaths on D.Va. I mean, it's not really the normal tank that you take for the front line, so it's a bit rough. I don't know what exactly happened here on the draft side. Again, these are cast from replay, since obviously we don't have a lot of live tournaments right now. We'll have some towards the end of the year, I can already tell you that much. But Arthurs as a main tank is always a bit of an odd choice. Usually quite the liability, even against an auto-attacking setup. So I'm curious if other main tanks were banned out here, so that he had to resort on this, or if that's just simply them saying like, alright, we try this out. Could also be a preference pick. I don't know exactly what the talent pool and the hero pool here from the main tank of RossPierrDoll is, but adjustments seem... apparently adjustments have been made, let's just put it like this. So Arthur's struggling a bit. Deckard Cain is the only one that hasn't died yet. The old geezer keeping a safe distance here. Social distancing in the last 15 minutes has definitely worked out for him. Nick gets attacked. Here they come for the play for the Dragon Knight. But D.Va has retaken the top. And we are now 15.5 minutes into this one. So right now, Blessed Shield, nice timing also on the Gladiator's Medallion. Spray game is there too, but that was a good dodge on Hasu's stun. That was nicely played here. But at the top, with all the pressure that is now coming from the camps, you see that D.Va just has to go on the side lane and defend this as best she can. And you can actually tell that Mercenary experience is a little bit in favor of the blue team. As the level 20 talent's already in action, as Hasu is... not Hasu, Hans, good old Nick is jumping in. Nice move also with the repulsion from Nick, pushing the target back so that they could set the kill up for Thrall, so that was pretty neat. 79 stacks now for Cassia as they finally hit the level 20 as well, and that gives us the anti-magic shell right here. Bit of a difference also on the side of Gazlo with the raining scrap. We got the shooting star in and the radiating faith. Top side, that's where currently Jojo's trying to take this one back. And honestly, at this moment, if you are the blue team and you take another Dragon Knight, your chances of winning this one are pretty good. Turrets everywhere, and Arthurs is like that one bit, as you can tell. And D.Va is losing the mech and her life. Pilot down, baby. And it seems like Deckard Cain is also going to die here. Yeah, he's gonna fall. He can run, he can't hide. This is gonna be the end of him, one way or another. I mean, they're ganking up with 5 people on him. They're kicking the old man as he's on the ground. So no chance of him to survive this one. First death on Deckard. Arthurs is still trying to hit the top here. And honestly, he might just... yeah, he will be able to get this, won't he? It's gonna be close, but... oh, no, he doesn't. Oh my god. Oh, that was so... that wasn't even a second. That wasn't even half a second. So, yeah, that's kind of nuts. They're already pushing the bottom of the map as the Dragon Knight is making its way over. And this is looking very unfortunate for RossPierrDoll. Yeah, they had a pretty good mid-game here, but now they are getting crushed. That's a 5-man team wipe to end game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Nice victory for them. Gazlo with 134,000 siege damage. Hasu is taking all the structures down for maximum of experience. But the core is obviously going to fall here. GG and well played, Team Hasu. The Germans take down RossPierrDoll in game number 1 of the best of 3 series here at Heroes Lounge Division 1. Game number 2, Infernal Shrines is the map. The best of 3 series continues with the blue team, the Germans, with X-Ray on Leoric, Dino on Gazlo again. He finally gets to get to play his Gazlo a little bit here. We have Hasu Ops on Imperius this time, Death Knight on Alexstrasza, and Hans, aka Nick, is playing Tacita in the second game. To the right side, RossPierrDoll with Tenvaklav on Chromie. We got Makotzel on Diablo, Cassia on Anna, Ether on Blaze, and Brodek is for the second time in a row now playing Jim Raynor. Yep. Jimmy also, I would assume, yep, goes again for the Exterminator. He has his level 1 talent. Diablo, by the way, with the Devil's Due right here. It's kind of cool also to see Alexstrasza. Unfortunately for Dibbles and his level 1 talent choice, she's on the other side, so would have been kind of fun to have her on the same team. Then again, if you have an Anna in your setup, you can't really complain. Got also the Dragon's Breath setup for Chromie, so not going for normal Sandstorm build, but instead for this one. I mean, we've seen this before. If you can lock the target down, there's obviously tons of burst damage that you can do, and it kind of helps you for the Shrine a bit as well. Horses Renewal comes in, same build start up here with the Big Game Hunter for Gazlo, and they're already starting to chase at the bottom, but it's Nick that dies. Nick is down, Tacita is dead, and that was a quick one. Okay, top side, X-Ray is starting to come in. Have a bit of a drain here against Ether. Paperback Gazlo gets hit. I like this one a lot. Gazlo has actually a couple of really fantastic skins, I gotta say. There's a couple of heroes out there that just have absolutely magnificent skins. And some of Gazlo's skins are definitely among the best here. The paperback, just as a gag alone, is already pretty cool. Either way, as it stands, the next talent kicking in for Chromie is the Time Troubles here, of course. We have also with the new habits on Blaze his attempt to get a couple of additional unstoppable frames outside of the Gladiator's Medallion, which is still in the game. And yep, the big play in the middle. Dibbles is trying to get out, and oh my god, he actually makes it. Wow, that was one clutch escape. They ganged up on him hard. The Lord of Terror looked a bit terrified for a moment, but he made it safely back to base. So good for him. They lose the camp though, so both of the Khazra camps in the middle are taken by Team Hasu, and the only Khazra camp that gets taken by RossPierrDoll is at the bottom of the map here. We have our level 4 already kicking in with the electric fence now, and of course the Neil Peasant, since you want to have the extra wave clear and the tool to do a bit more on the shrine as well. But yep, let's go. Push straight up into the middle as Gazlo gets attacked again. And in game number 1 at least, he did a pretty decent job, but they have a hard-on for Diablo, don't they? And this time they take him down. Diablo is down, was about time. Third time's the charm apparently, so goodbye Jimmy. Jimmy is down too. So that's a good start now for Team Hasu into this. Timing couldn't be more perfect. They can push the bot lane just as the objective gets announced and then make the rotation towards the top. And Gazlo is here too, so they can take this entire wall down if they stay a little bit longer. Not quite. Objective still has to be respected, even the first one. So they're going to make their move here. But we have a couple of heroes for the red team on the defense. Hasu is going pretty deep for this, trying to interrupt the rotation towards the top side, obviously. So, well, let's see. We've got X-Ray starting to move in here. Brodek is also sitting tight. Level 7 talent is ready for Chromie. The Möbius loop. And still a bit of a brawl here in the middle as Ether is trying to make another play for Nick. Can they actually take him? Chromie doesn't connect the damage, so that's unfortunate. But they still lock him down. And that's the end of Tacita. RossPierrDoll, they are not giving up on this one. Top side, we have a one-on-one battle on the shrine itself between Leo and Raynor. So those two are already fighting each other. But that was a pretty good pick here in the middle. Dino also has to still wobble around a bit. We got Blaze rotating between the lanes, also looking for extra experience for the team so they can hit the level 7. And at this point, pretty much both of them have the extra talent. There's the Goblin Fusion again. We have a full spec into the setup here with Abundance for her. Psionic Echo is in too. Psionic Echo actually on this map is kind of neat just simply because you can use some of the AoE for the extra setup here on the shrine. Makotzel, I mean every time Diablo, right? They're going for him again and they get him. He doesn't have the stack, so he's not going to be back. The Arcane Punisher is taken by Team Hasu and they are going for Blaze and they get him too. Nice. Yeah, job well done. So it was actually a pretty neat job here by them. A little bit of a Gaslow flank in the back. The Gaslord. Give him the clamps. Give him the clamps, baby. Sleep Dart hits him hard, and that's not the only thing that hits him. They actually connect the shots with Chromie, but they can't kill him. Problem is that with them losing the front line, they have to abandon the top 4. There's of course no holding this one. Not with the push that's coming, and with Gaslow pushing them even further back. It was a pretty neat move that was made by Dainu. But now we have 4 kills against 2. We got Jimmy pushing out the bot lane a little bit. It's kind of interesting that he is currently acting as the side laner since Blaze wasn't here for the team. Now this one gets baited over, and from here on out it's an easy defense for RossPierrDoll. But they lose a lot, of course, already. So they find themselves a little bit more than half a level behind. It's not too crazy, but it still hurts a little bit. Up to the top side, still Diablo in the thick of things. Chromie has their ult by now, completes the quest too. Here comes the Jet Propulsion from behind, trying to go for Alexstrasza here. And she is waddling away on thick thighs as Death Knight might still fall. And yes, he does. Dibbles going deep for the kill. Might... No, actually he stays alive still. Well, actually for now, the problem is that now that X-Ray is moving in, that drain might be the end of it. Yep, Chrome is already dead. Swing! And goodbye, Diab. Well, that's done. Did that just save him? Nicely done. Good job. Dodges out on the drain. That's about as good as it gets. I'm not quite sure why he still plays around. Oh, and we have a little bit of trolling going on too. We actually have the March of the Black King. Trollololololololol. I mean, honestly, if you have any map where at least you get something out of that talent, then it's probably this one around the objective. But obviously, if you don't go for Entomb, then you can be pretty sure that you're either looking at North America or you're looking at some trolling happening. McCotzel at this point, yep, he goes down too. Diablo down, and we got level 10 abilities at least now on both sides. Bunker already indicated that. Here comes Chromie trying to make the play as well, and Gladiator's Medallion shuts that ult down. Easy peasy. No problems over here. Ether, good wall. Very good wall, actually. Nice damage connected from Chromie here on the other side, though. We got 22,000 damage by Tassadar, and Chromie on 24k. Jimmy is sitting at 38,000 siege damage since for the last couple of minutes. He's mostly found himself in the offlaner position, trying to hold the experience for the team here. Bit far out too, but the good thing for him is of course there's no Entomb against them, so there's not going to be a Leo flank with Entomb that could be a problem for him. So he knows that outside of Pyrrhus moving in and trying to set a stun up, he's going to be pretty fine here. So there's that. Either way, we got in terms of damage, still Tassadar reigning supreme for the blue team. Siege damage is looking quite solid for Leo, as you would expect with Neil Peasant as a level 4 talent choice. But with level 13 now around the corner, next shrine is going to spawn bot side. Both teams still hold on to the fountain here. And this fountain hasn't even been taken down. The fort has taken a lot of damage, but the fountain itself was not attacked. Normally you want to take that down as quickly as you can, of course. But now that they're pushing through the top, let's see what they can actually accomplish here. Shrine is activating, as already announced. A bit of an early take on the camp here. Those shamans are not really going to do a whole lot. I mean, this is easily defended, and then you can see the blue team taking their own here. Also, way heavier drain focus than we usually see, with now the Unyielding Despair. Can definitely try and burn Diablo down a little bit more heavily with that. Well, for now, there's the early... still able... Oh, uses the ult actually to get out. Nice. Okay, already used the Gladiator's Medallion, and then X-Ray had to commit to the R button in order to make it out of Chromie's ult. They nearly take Bronick down as he drops the Hyperion, but the fight is there. Here comes Dibbles with the APOC. Tries to set the combo up. Ether is low, no bunker, and he's down. Gaslow comes in and secures their kill. Yeah, little Hansi over there is also having some trouble to stay alive, and that's a nice sleep dart, by the way. Good connect for sure, but they are still getting crushed here. Diablo is already on the run. Top side is another problem, where the Shaman camp is now pushing through. Team Hasu is looking good right now. They got the 13 talent advantage, of course, as well. Diablo down, but yet at least the stacks. Leo gets eliminated, but look at Jimmy. He's low. Anna is also in trouble, and she's down. Granny is dead. The ult as Warclove wobbles away with Chromie over here. Our little fake dragon. Like Nomi is already on the run, but Diablo is back to provide some cover at the front, so Chromie might be able to get some hits connected. Blaze didn't even get here because he still had to defend the top lane. Fort at the bottom is down, but just look at the keep. This keeper is also taking some serious damage because of that shaman camp. And yeah, he had to defend it. Now, they don't even go for the objective, by the way. I mean, just look at this. They haven't taken a single stack towards the objective. Instead, they're just going for the chase. 10 kills to 4, make it 11, as they drop Diablo again. Gotta feel sorry for the Lord of Terror. I mean, he is not terrorizing anyone in this game. No one. He's just sitting there. He is maybe terrified. He's probably terrified to engage into any kind of fight. The way this is going, half a level until 16, and just imagine now, once that we have this objective claimed, what they can do at that bot lane with the level 16 talent advantage on top of rocking the second Punisher of the game. So they're committed. That's a weird Hyperion to commit to too. I would have expected them to try and use it on the defense, but instead they're using it here. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, they're gonna get this fort, I suppose. Ether's fighting it out with Dino, and Khaldor's just sitting here and is clamping up. The fort is down. The problem is they're not going to get level 16 either way. There's the stun connect. Dino's slowed down by the oil spill, but comes in, gives them the clamps, and that's the end of Jimmy. And the fight at the bottom of the map is also raging on. With the level 16 talents, we now got the overclock in. Yeah, he's clocking them all right. The crushing hope has been taken, and now a chance to take Diablo down. I mean, Leo's going to die for that if he gets the kill. And there's the kill steal. Nick comes through, hits another Q, and takes him down. Easy peasy. Dominant setup. Yeah, Khaldor, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. 28,000 damage for him. It's not the reason why they're winning the games here, but it's cool to see that Dino has at least a chance to play him a little bit more. He was definitely eager for that. Oh, good bunker timing. That mace in the face would have taken him down. But, yeah, here comes the keep. That's already a toast. Can they go for core here? I mean, they're about to take Chromie down. She goes for the timeout, but she is definitely dead. So Chromie is dead. Down here, they're still fighting this out. I'm not sure if they can go for the core. They might not just have it. Same time, though, we have the fort in the middle about to be destroyed. And Khaldor is now taking the keep up at the top. So they are played to the wall here. They lost both of the outer lanes. And they lost the fort in the middle. Or about to. Everybody's a bit low, so I guess they're not going to stay around here for too long. Oh, Tassadar! Tassadar is dead. So is Leo. The double kill. And the Lord is active on the camp as he easily moves in to take another mercenary camp. A bit of an experience look up here too. It's actually kind of interesting. The hero experience is the biggest... hero experience and the passive experience are the biggest advantages for the blue team. So they haven't even taken a huge lead here on, let's say, minion experience, for example. They actually sacrificed quite a lot of minion experience for those 5-man setups that they organized in the game here. But on pretty much every other stat, the blue team is leading, including mercenary experience, which of course matters here quite a bit too. That's where Khaldor came into play with all of the shaman camps that he was able to take, the Khazras that I mentioned at the beginning of the game as well. So pretty neat setup here. There is still with the level 16 talent now being available for the red team, an opportunity to maybe bring it back, but it's going to be tough with 2 keeps missing. They only destroyed a single fort. If they can at least take the one down at the bottom of the map, that would help to alleviate a bit of the pressure. Yeah, already bunkering up again. Everybody is safe and sound here. But here comes the hit. Can they get the kill? Leo is down. Yeah, but so is Jimmy. That's a kill on each side. 15 kills to 7 by now. And they're making the play for Diablo again. And poor Dibbles. I feel a little bit sorry for the frontliner for RossPierrDoll. He had a rough first game on Arthur's, and now we are seeing 7 deaths against him, 7 kills against him in game number 2. He is getting crushed. I mean, that's just brutal. Oh, nice wall here. Nick has been on point with those, to be honest. Now, Ether makes it out for now. Can he survive, though? Gets the shield. Okay, and is able to walk out of harm's way. It was a clutch call, but he makes it happen. They're now moving into the middle to take the final keep down. And that should put also the final nail into the coffin here, since I suspect that they will get level 20 in the approach too. Especially if they take a couple of more hero kills. So they're easily taking down Chromie. And, well, there should be 20 any second now. And of course then the chance to take the core down too. Jimmy comes in again. Uses ult 2. And the Mecha Lord! Yeah, this time we go for the clams. I told you about it. Last game we had the Gravel Bomb. This time we're going full Mecha. and the Gas Lord is definitely crushing in this game. Give him the clamps, baby. There's another one. The Mecha Lord is just going full at it. Nobody wants to deal with him. Paperback or no paperback, it doesn't really matter anymore. Shields are about to go down. Yeah, and they're looking good. Khaldor with 54,000 damage, by the way. I mean, he is the third highest damage dealer in the entire game and is trying to go for number 2. Can't quite hit that. They hit the core, though, and that's the end of it. 2-0 victory for Team Hasu in this best of 3 series in Division 1 of Heroes Lounge. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.